What's up? What's up? If you're a Blue Jays fan, you need to hear this right now because this just dropped, and honestly, I'm still processing it. The Toronto Blue Jays just signed Dylan Cease. Yeah, you heard that right. Dylan Cease is a Blue Jay, 7 years, $210 million, and I cannot believe this actually happened. Look, we've been talking about Cease for weeks as this dream scenario, right? Like, wouldn't it be nice if the Jays could land him? But deep down, most of us figured he'd end up somewhere else. The Dodgers, the Yankees, some team with deeper pockets or a more attractive market. But nope. Ross Atkins and the front office actually pulled this off, and I'm sitting here just absolutely stunned in the best way possible. The best. Jeff Passan confirmed it, John Heyman broke it first, and now it's official. Dylan Cease is coming to Toronto for the next 7 years. This guy is 30 years old. He's been one of the most electric strikeout pitchers in baseball over the last 5 seasons, and now he's going to be wearing the Blue Jays uniform. This changes everything for this team. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Didn't Cease have a rough year with the Padres? Yeah, he did. 8 wins, 12 losses, a 4.55 ERA. On paper, those numbers don't exactly scream ace material. But here's the thing. If you actually dig into his metrics, his stuff is still elite. You know, we're talking top 10 in baseball kind of stuff. His slider is absolutely disgusting. His fastball still has plenty of juice. And when you look at the underlying numbers, the strikeouts, the swing and miss rates, all of that is still there. The results just didn't match up in San Diego, and honestly, that whole Padres team was a mess last year. It wasn't just Cease. Go back to 2022 when he was with the White Sox. That year, he led the American League in WAR for pitchers. Let that sink in. He was on one of the worst teams in baseball and was still the most valuable pitcher in the entire league. That's the kind of talent we're talking about. Over the last 5 seasons, he's racked up over 200 strikeouts consistently. This is a guy who knows how to get outs, and now he's going to be doing it in the Rogers Center. So what does this mean for the Blue Jays rotation? It means it just became one of the scariest rotations in all of baseball. You've got Kevin Gausman at the top, still your ace, still as reliable as they come with that splitter that just vanishes. Then you've got Shane Bieber, who when healthy is an absolute stud. Dylan Cease slots right in behind them. And then you've got Jose Berrios and Trey Savage rounding it out. That's 5 guys who can absolutely dominate on any given night. Think about the variety in that rotation. Gausman throws that splitter that hitters just cannot touch. Cease is all about that slider, just filthy movement. Bieber has that classic breaking ball arsenal. Berrios gives you more traditional stuff with a great curveball. And Savage, the kid who might have had the best rookie postseason performance we've ever seen, he's got another splitter that keeps hitters guessing. You're not going to see the same looks night after night. American League hitters are going to have a nightmare trying to adjust from one starter to the next. This rotation is going to be absolutely lethal, and it puts the Blue Jays right back in the conversation for being serious World Series contenders because let's be real, you need pitching to win in October. You can have all the offense in the world, but if your rotation can't shut teams down when it matters, you're going home early. The Jays just made a massive statement that they're not messing around anymore. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. What does this mean for the rest of the offseason? Because I don't think the Jays are done, not even close. Cease is locked up for 7 years, but look at the rest of that rotation. Gausman's contract is up after this season. Berrios has maybe 2 more years. Shane Bieber is only on a 1-year deal. So after 2026, your rotation is basically Dylan Cease and Trey Savage. That's it, which tells me the Jays are going all in for 2026. They're not building for 5 years from now. They're building to win right now and next year. And that means they're not done spending. I wouldn't be shocked if they go after another arm. Roki Sasaki's name keeps getting thrown around. And honestly, if they could land him, that would be insane. Imagine adding another young electric arm to this mix. Or what about bringing back another veteran presence? There are options out there. And then there's the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. situation. This Cease signing doesn't hurt their chances of extending Vlad. It actually helps. Because after 2026, money is coming off the books. Gausman's deal expires, other contracts wrap up, and suddenly you've got flexibility again. So you can pay Vlad what he deserves and keep building around him and Bo Bichette and this pitching staff. This move sends a clear message. The Blue Jays are done being patient. They're done waiting for the right moment. This is the moment. They just committed over $200 million to a starting pitcher before American Thanksgiving. That's aggressive. That's a front office that knows they have a window and they're going for it. And honestly, this is what we've been waiting for as fans. For years, we've watched other teams make the big splashes while the Jays sat on the sidelines or made the safe moves. Not this time. They went out and got one of the top free agents on the market. They beat out other teams. They made it happen. That's the kind of urgency this team needs if they're going to compete with the Yankees, the Orioles, the Rays in this division. And if they're going to have any shot at taking down teams like the Dodgers in October, this is what it takes. I'm fired up about this. Dylan Cease is a Blue Jay. The rotation is stacked. The front office is clearly not done making moves. This offseason just got a whole lot more interesting, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. The Jays are going for it, and we're all along for the ride. Let's go.